Hello, welcome to the video. I just drove 4 hours from Salinas, California, which was in the Big Sur area, to Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Park. So I'm going to the Sequoia part first. I want to do a couple of hikes there, or at least one big hike today, and then try to do the Kings Canyon part tomorrow. So right now I'm at the Kings Canyon Overlook, which is actually in Sequoia National Park. So I'm going to show you what that looks like, and then I'm going to go ahead and hike. First hike I'm doing is Toccopa Falls, but the road to it is closed. So I had to park at the Lodgepole Visitor Center. So this is probably gonna add an extra mile to my hike, which I think is already like 6 miles. So we'll see. It's supposed to be a beautiful waterfall though, so looking forward to it. Finally made it to the trailhead. And it looks like it's 3.5 miles, not 6 miles like I thought, so that's good. And it said it's not too difficult. So here we go. Beautiful stream. A lot of these skinny lodgepole pine trees. Very tall and very skinny. They're not the giant sequoias. I'll get to those later. I have been to this park before. Last time was in April 2016, and it was snow on the ground and it was pouring rain, so this is much better. Wow, look at that. That is pretty awe-inspiring. Beautiful. That is so cool because we're all the way up there. I'm not even there yet, but I will be soon. That is just an amazing waterfall. Love it. There are a lot of people here too, as you can see right there. It's okay. It needs to be enjoyed by everyone. Look at the backdrop of this waterfall too. I mean, pretty close now, but you can't see the multiple levels like you could in the back from farther away. Climbed out here by myself. Those people are taking a dip. Well, that is definitely one of the coolest waterfalls I've seen. Look how it cascades down from so many levels. It's just awesome. Trail getting up here wasn't too bad. Like a slight incline the whole way, but not terrible. I think most people could do it. It is very crowded though, so there is that. You know, it's the trees that get all the hype in this park, but I think this waterfall deserves just as much hype. So definitely something to see while you're in Sequoia, Kings Canyon National Parks. Well, wasn't that cool seeing a bear? Wasn't expecting that. Now I'm headed down to see the General Sherman tree, which is the largest tree in the world by volume. And then I'm gonna take a trail to see a bunch of other big trees. So it should be pretty interesting. I've done it before, but last time, like I said, it was snowy and rainy, so this ought to be a lot better. And it'd be cool to see them again. So there's the General Sherman tree. Biggest tree on earth. You can get the scale of it. See these people down here? It's just gigantic. Here's some other huge trees. They're not as tall as redwoods, but they're more voluminous. bigger trunks. There's a huge line of people waiting to get their picture taken. I'm just gonna get the tree. One on. See how big it is? Things are huge. Look at the gash in this one from a lightning strike. That gash has to be at least 30, 40 feet high. So I'll give you an idea how big these things are. There's a fallen tree, and I'm able to walk under it. Didn't have to duck much. Look at that tree got decimated by lightning, and it's still alive. There's still living branches at the top. That is impressive. This is the McKinley tree, named after the former president who was assassinated. And it is enormous. Look at the size of that.
Oh my god. Really? It's so dry. That's why I'm like, why you open this dry? I'll check you for your protein.
That group of trees right there is called the House, named after the House of Representatives. Personally, I don't think the House deserves such a magnificent set of trees named after it, but that's just me. So cool how they're grouped together like that. This grouping here is called the Senate. Again, I think you should give it a more deserving name, because I don't think the Senate deserves such magnificence the way they behave. But I still love the trees. This will probably be the last one in video because these probably all look the same on the video, but they're all just so impressive. Well, those trees were incredible to see. I really enjoyed that trail, even though I've been here before, but it's been like 7 years. And the weather's a lot nicer this time. Last time I was here, I only saw one other person on the trail the whole time because it was April and it was raining. But today it's crowded with people, although I seem to have found a more secluded part of the trail right here, which is good. I'm on the Congress Trail right now, so that has the President tree and the Chief Sequoia tree and the House and the Senate and the McKinley tree. So those are all we're seeing. They're all gigantic. But now I'm gonna head back to the Airbnb and do some more tomorrow. Just had dinner and beers at this place, Summer Fox. The beer was excellent. I had 2 beers and I really wanted to get more, but driving, so can't do that. And get in my car now. The food was good, but there wasn't much selection. It was basically pizza, tacos, or nachos. So I got the tacos. They were really good, but not filling enough. So I'm gonna get some ice cream or something now. But the beer was excellent. So if you're ever in Clovis, California, Summer Fox Brewing Company has excellent beer. Good morning. Today I'm in Kings Canyon National Park. Kings Canyon and Sequoia are right next to each other, so they're pretty much one national park. They count as 2. So today, first I'm gonna go see the General Grant tree, which is supposed to be huge. And then I'm gonna try and do a couple little hikes and do the scenic drive, the Kings Canyon scenic drive. So we'll see how it looks. Here's a fallen tree. You can go inside, which is perfect because it's starting to rain. Shows how big this is. This is inside a tree. I'm standing up and I still have room. This has to be at least 6.5 feet. This is the General Grant tree, the third largest tree in the world by volume. It's just massive. I don't think the video does it justice. This is the widest tree in the world, I just read. 40 feet in diameter at the base. It said it would take 20 people holding hands with spread out arms to go all the way around it. You're gonna take the North Grove Trail next, which is at the end of the parking lot. This trail is 1.7 miles round trip, and it's supposed to be pretty easy, so shouldn't take too long. So there's a younger sequoia right there, which has a cone-shaped top. And when they mature, the top kind of dies off and they get all stumpy looking like that at the top. So that's a more mature one. And that's a younger one. Pretty cool, huh? The trail is pretty cool, but nothing really new. You know, it's all just basically a walk through a giant forest here. So, and there aren't that many huge ones here and there, but anyway, it's a nice stroll. Quite a bit of fire devastation here from the 2021 fires. 2020 and 2021. The sign at the visitor center said that the fires in 2020 and 2021 killed about 15% of the world's giant sequoias, mature ones, which is very sad. The guys here cutting up dead trees from the fires. Okay, so the North Grove Loop Trail was not that exciting. I mean, it was okay, but the Congress Trail was much more impressive, in my opinion. I would only do this trail if you have a lot of time in this park. Other than that, not really worth it. And also, it's downhill in the beginning and then all uphill on the way back. So, and it's kind of buggy. But, glad I did it, but wouldn't do it again. This is one of the overlooks of Kings Canyon. Unfortunately, a lot of the park is closed because of fire damage from a couple of years ago, and they're still closed. So I'm gonna see as much as I can, but I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to see. Quite a good view here. I love the way the road winds all in and out. It's fun to drive. Well, most of the rest of the road in Kings Canyon was closed, but I was able to make it down here to Hume Lake, which is a beautiful mountain lake. I'm gonna go take a little drive around it and then see where to go from there. Wasn't much else to see down at Hume Lake, so this is my last look at Kings Canyon. I'm gonna head out and head to Yosemite, which is the next park I'm going to. So, saw a lot of cool stuff here. Wish more was open, but what can you do? So, moving on to the next park.